The Tigers have their quarterback. LSU is absolutely eating in the transfer portal, and LSU hoops kind of sucks, but it's okay. Welcome back, episode 87 of the Big Easy Blitz Pod. We're back up at LSU in the dorm room. No more over the Zoom.
New edition.
New edition. We're gonna be changing this out based on the like the topics that we have. So if you see an LSU flag, that means it's an LSU
When the
pod.
Saints inevitably win the Super Bowl, there will be a Saints flag up here, right?
Well, that won't be when we're here, like in this apartment because the season's over. But understand, I know where you're
Oh,
going.
that is true. Yeah, yeah. You get the point.
You probably will never see a Pelicans one, but we do have a Pelicans one over there. But yes, this pod is brought to you by Mercado.
Yep. 3750 Williams Boulevard, 70065. Great food,
Great
as we
food.
saw last episode.
Yeah, they're closed today. It's Monday, but go check them out the rest of the week and tell them your boys at Big Easy Blitz sent you. Let's jump right into it. LSU, they found their quarterback, their quarterbacks, I should say. They got
Yeah.
two. Um, Person was Landon Clark from Elon. The news broke, I think, yesterday, Sunday, which if you listen to him, we should listen to this. And then Monday morning, the big news came up. I wake up, my first class of spring semester, and as I'm walking out the door, I get the notification, Pete Thamel, that Sam Leavitt is coming to LSU. And I think I texted you immediately.
Yep.
That is huge. Just the resiliency that Lane Kiffin showed to go get Sam Leavitt is incredible. The fact that he
Leaps and bounds, bro.
flew to
He
Knoxville.
was basically following him. Like,
Yes. I mean, good on him. Good on the Portal King. Um,
he's the portal king. He really is.
but
I mean,
I
with
mean,
the resources LSU has, plus Lane Kiffin, like, I mean, for years to come.
yeah.
Like, I mean, for years to come,
And,
really, not just this year.
there were a bunch of people making fun of Lane Kiffin and the LSU, like they were adding all these wide receivers, and they didn't have a guy to throw it to. But in the back of my mind, I was like, clearly, like there's a plan because the receivers wouldn't sign LSU. There was no quarterback.
Yeah.
So, and sure enough, there was a plan, and LSU went and got the number one quarterback in the transfer portal in Sam Leavitt.
Yeah, and he was ahead of Sorsby too.
Yeah, he
People
was.
don't know that, but
Now, I was kind of on the Sorsby train because Sam Leavitt is coming off of an injury. It's called a Liz Frank injury, the same injury that kind of ruined Cam Newton's career towards the latter half. It's a tough injury to come back from, but if he does, he's going to be a top quarterback in the nation.
what is that?
It's something in your foot. I don't know the
Okay.
exact ins and outs, but I know it's lower body. So he's been in a walking boot in all of his visits. So he's gonna miss all the spring pretty much. That's what you're worrying about. And then LSU is still on another quarterback in Houston Longstreet. That's the 5-star
We're
guy.
trying to get him still.
There was a report that we're still going after him. So Lane Kiffin is going to get what Lane Kiffin wants. So right now I have this pulled. This actually just pulled up. LSU and Caden Durham also returned. That just came
Oh,
out.
officially?
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
cool.
coming back. So LSU's offensive playmakers right now. Quarterback is Sam Leavitt. RB 1 and 2 is Harlem Berry and Caden Durham. Your receiving core is Eugene Wilson, Jace Brown, and Winston Watkins, and Nick Anderson, assuming he comes back. The deadline to declare for a draft is Wednesday, January 14th, and then the deadline for the transfer portal is Friday, January 16th. So we'll see about that with Nick Anderson. There really hasn't been any reports on him, so I have no idea what to expect from him. And then Trey Green's coming back, so that is a top offense in the country on paper. On paper, I'll say.
Yeah, you just got to figure out the O line, and I
Yeah.
know Lane Kiffin's been reining in the portal recruits. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you saw this, Brock, but before like everything happened, before all the news broke with Sam Levitt today, Lane Kiffin posted on his Instagram story like
Yeah.
Tigers fans,
This
today's
kid's
gonna
gonna
be a
make it.
huge day, or
This
yeah,
kid's
something
gonna go
along
for it.
the
And God,
lines.
has he come through?
Wow. I mean, I like I was in class whenever the news broke, like Brock said. I didn't like I saw you had texted me, but I didn't like actually open the text till I was leaving class because I'm a good student. So it was like 30 minutes after the news broke. I was like, what the like I was losing my mind, dude. But all the ducks are in the row for LSU to, you know, be successful next year. Now, we said that last year, but you would like to think that this year would be different because
But
so many more
yes,
resources, so many more weapons.
that is true. And I'm trying to cope for last year, but I mean, yes, we did say the same thing last year. But this year at least we have a proven offensive guy that has proven to go out and have a top offense every year in and year out. So I have all the portal additions and entries. The entries are gonna be forever. LSU just lost another guy, Jacob Bradford, safety. Didn't play much. He was a freshman, but
We're so loaded in the secondary,
yeah,
especially with the Boise State guy
yeah. I
coming
was
in
about to
there
say
too.
we'll kick it off with that. Ty Benefield is a stud. Everybody, shout out Vince who put me onto him. Vince, if you're watching this, we love you. Thank you. One of our biggest supporters. He actually, we were talking about him right after I think he committed. He's going to be a stud. Like a Halsey, AJ Halsey tape. I think
Okay.
that's who he compared him to. Very, very good. I watched some of his tape. That guy shoots out of a cannon. So he's gonna be very him and Tamarcus Cooley back there at safety could be a problem.
Woo.
Um, so the overall, this was
Did Cooley come from NC State?
yes.
I thought so.
So this was posted yesterday. This is not including all the guys from today. Transferring in, there's 24. I think LSU's up to I don't know the exact number. Oh no, this is updated. Okay. Sam Leavitt, obviously, quarterback. That's I mean that's obvious. We just talked about him from
Huge.
Arizona State. Landon
Huge.
Clark. A lot of people are kind of probably like making fun of that. That is a very good backup option. If you watch his tape, he's very good. Now,
LSU fans were panicking.
oh yeah,
Thought that was like going to be the guy.
yeah. I mean, Lane Kiffin wasn't going to go out there and get a D2 guy to be the starter. Let's be honest. Okay. And if they were, then that was going to show the real panic from this team. So those are the two quarterbacks so far. They've also had two running backs. We have Rod Gainey Jr. The two running backs are strictly depth pieces, especially with Caden Durham coming back. So Rod Gainey is from Charlotte. He's a freshman, or going to be a sophomore. Or I'm sorry, he's a sophomore, going to be a junior.
Okay.
The other guy's a freshman, going to be a sophomore. So Rod Gainey, he didn't even play much at Charlotte. I think he had like 250 yards on the season and one touchdown. So that's just strictly depth. And then Racine Guillory was a guy from Utah who
Yeah.
Lane Kiffin and Charlie Weiss recruited to Utah or to Ole Miss and lost to Utah. He had one rush for 4 yards on the year.
Yeah.
But they recruited him once, so the relationship was there. So that's why they got him. And then the receivers, good look, buckle up. Quite a lot of them. So we got Jace Brown from Kansas State and Eugene Wilson. Those are the big two. Eugene Wilson from
Getting both
Florida.
of those is
Yeah.
like
I thought
insane.
we were gonna get one of them. When they both entered the portal, I was
Yeah.
like, okay, we might get one. And then it came out, I think the same day that we got both of them.
Also, Cam Coleman to Texas.
Yeah.
I'm sure
I
y'all
mean,
saw that.
LSU, I don't think was ever in the
They
running.
weren't, but which blows my mind how like
Yeah.
he's not even considering LSU, but we'll be okay.
It's all about money at this point.
Truly is.
Yeah, and it's weird as it says, you have to kind of save your money. You can because he was gonna get a lot of money. So like they were able to save money and get all these guys.
That Texas money.
God. And then Jackson Harris I think he was the first one from Hawaii. He was the first.
That guy's talk about tape.
He
That guy's tape
he's a
is
deep threat. Oh my God. He's gonna be the long ball guy for Sam Levitt. Um, he's from Hawaii. Not much else to say on that. He's a junior, gonna be senior. So yeah. These are a bunch of just random.
shit the highlights.
Yeah, Malik Elzy from Illinois. Roman Mothershed from
Sure.
Troy. Got
Welcome
him
to the squad.
this morning, actually, or Monday morning, I should say. Trey Brown, from Old Dominion, also a very big.
That AP style, I like that. Right.
Like that, you like that?
We're learning.
Yeah. Well, I learned. You're learning this semester. Uh, Josh Jackson, who, if I'm not mistaken, he played at St. Aug. I think, yeah, played at St. Aug, who is a high school in New Orleans, for those who don't know. And it's pretty cool that
Big
he
football high school.
is able to come back to LSU and play for the Tigers. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's him. There was another guy we brought in from Southern. I don't know. I think it's the receiver that came in from McNeese State. Winston Watkins was the Ole Miss guy, the Ole Miss receiver that everybody was saying was coming to LSU, and sure enough, he came to LSU. He's very good. He kind of got buried, not buried in the depth chart at Ole Miss. Like he played a little bit, but for being a freshman, he played a good bit. I think he was a little banged up towards the end of the year in the playoff. That's why he didn't really get as much action. Or maybe Ole Miss was being petty because they knew he was leaving. Because Ole Miss has shown to be petty this entire cycle. And I'll get into that one once we're done with this. Malachi Tom Malachi Thomas was early on. He was a tight end. That's going to be a depth piece behind Trades Green. And actually, he was on. So Matt Moscona, who we very respect highly, um, he did an interview with him, and I've never heard a tight end say this, but he said his favorite part about tight end is blocking.
Wow.
So
Tip the
that,
cap
yeah,
right there, man. Right there.
good on you, kid. A lot of NFL scouts are going to love that too. Just saying.
Be a Josh Hill. Shout out
Yeah.
New Orleans Saints legend.
Yep. All right, the O lineman that everybody was worried about. LSU was able to pick up an O lineman this Monday morning, from Kentucky. Name is Darren Stray. He's coming over with the new O line coach who's from Kentucky. His name eludes me. I don't know his name. But LSU brought in Kentucky's O-line coach, so they're bringing in him. He's following him. And then William Satterwhite, he's from Tennessee, a center. He's going to be a depth piece behind Braylon Moore, who LSU was able to
Yep.
retain
Huge.
the Sunday. I think Sunday was when he was brought back. Ty
I
Benefield,
think so.
who
I
we
think
touched
yeah,
on.
yeah, Sunday.
Jordan Ross, this one's huge. Former five-star edge from Tennessee. It was really going to be either Jordan Ross or Chaz Coleman, and LSU decided to go with Jordan Ross. Um, not really much to say on it. I mean, I trust Lane Kiffin in the portal.
And Blake Baker, yeah.
And coincidentally, Tennessee lost Jordan Ross, and then Chaz Coleman went to Tennessee.
Yeah.
So, full circle there.
Good for LSU and Tennessee.
Yeah. Another position that we brought in because we stole their coach is South Carolina. We took South Carolina's D-line coach and brought in edge Jalen Brown, not the basketball player. Jalen Brown, he's a sophomore edge. Um, I don't really know if he's going to be a depth piece or not. I wish I could tell you. I'm going to evaluate the whole roster over the summer, especially coming up during baseball, because I will not be able to talk much baseball, unfortunately. For those who remember, last year when we started this pod, that's all we talked about. And
We're still going to be able to talk baseball.
yes, yes, yes. I just won't be able to give my 2 cents as much. And I don't know if I can say why. I'm not even sure, but we'll we'll get back into it. The last four guys are all, there's five guys, three defense and two special teams. We got Achilles Woods,
I
amazing
saw
name,
that. His name's
amazing name.
Achilles.
That is an unbelievable name.
That'd be really poetic if he tore his Achilles.
Well,
Just knock on wood.
he's a sophomore. He's from South Alabama, strictly an edge or a depth piece. I would have to assume. Um, Steph, I'm gonna get this wrong. Stephilian Green from Clemson. Coincidentally, I think we talked about that in the last episode. How it's kind of funny he's transferring to LSU and then gets to face his former teammates in the first game.
Yeah.
He's going to be a big piece in this team, the D line, which LSU desperately needed because they're losing I'm sorry, Bernard Gooden and Jacobian Guillory and Ahmad Bro. They lost
Oh,
all
is
three of them.
Guillory just out of
Yeah, he's out of. He was a 6 year.
he was a legend.
Yeah. I'll never forget against Florida that long touchdown. Yeah, that was awesome. That was when we were good. Um,
Yeah, that's when vibes were high.
oh man,
DJ Lagway. We
oh
should
man,
that game we should have like seen what was wrong with the offense because you had five interceptions that didn't
yeah.
do anything with it, but we were
We were
undefeated.
blinded by the fact that we
Yeah,
were defeated,
exactly.
literally. Uh, yeah. And then the last three, we got Malik Blockton from Auburn. Shout out Gianni.
Yep.
We stole your D lineman.
Johnny
Don't know
cares
much
so
about him.
much.
Yeah. And then we brought in a kicker. I'm not gonna get his name right. His name's Scott
From
Starzik.
Arkansas?
Yeah, from Arkansas. He's a freshman. So he's going to be the starter because we lost both of our kickers. Damian Ramos to the draft, or I guess he's out of eligibility. His kickers don't really get drafted. And then
K York got drafted.
I guess so. And then Aaron Burrell entered the transfer portal.
I did see that. The kickoff specialist.
Yeah.
I like that guy.
Yeah.
He just kicked the
Dude, oh
crap
my
out of the
God.
ball.
And then last but not least, we brought in a punter named Hayden Craig from
Welcome to the
Florida.
team, Hayden.
LSU brought in Florida's special teams coach, so that makes sense that we brought in their punter.
Yep.
Which is weird because we already have a punter on the roster named Grant Chadwick, who was pretty good this year. And he has years
Position battle, I
eligible.
guess. I don't know.
A punter position battle. You'll love to see it.
Shout out Sweet Lou Headley and Kai Kroger.
But yeah, those are the guys that LSU has brought in from the transfer portal. I don't have who we retained in front of me. Okay, well, there's a picture of Lane Kiffin with Caden Durham coming back. That is huge. Like people don't understand that is actually huge.
Elaborate on that.
So
Because I personally don't see why that is so big.
because Harlem, you have to have two running backs that can tote the rock like legitimately, and they had Harlem Berry who's proven to, but then after that you had two guys with very minimal experience
Yeah.
in Rod Gainey and Racine Guillory, and there's a chance they could have popped, but getting Caden Durham back was huge because he's already proven
You
to
have
do
the
it.
definite
Yeah,
answer.
he's
to
already
that.
proven to do it in the SEC, so that's huge. Especially with not getting Keywan Lacy, and letting Ole Miss overpay for him and give him $2 million for a running back. Um, yeah, Ole Miss, man.
Desperate times
And now
call
Ole Miss
for
is getting
desperate
petty and
measures.
taking LSU players out of the portal. I don't know if you saw, but JT Lindsey's going to Ole Miss. JT Lindsey, who had that legal matter, was LSU's fourth or fifth running back. So go ahead and take him, Ole Miss.
Curious Kurt.
You need all the petty points you can get, or pity points. Sorry. I'm gonna look up. All right, here we go. So the main guys LSU was able to retain. Please, step up a bit more. Obviously, Caden Durham, Braylon Moore. He announced he's returning. Harlem Berry, Whit
Huge.
Weeks was huge. Deshaun Spears, who was originally in the portal and then took his name out,
Yep.
he's coming back. We got, I think every single cornerback is coming back that I know of. Like every corner on the team is coming back.
To Marcus Cooley.
Tamarcus Cooley, Don McKinley, Trey'Dez Green, and then some other depth pieces. Devon Keys. So LSU set up pretty good for next year. We're not gonna put any predictions out there right now. At least I'm not. I don't know if you wanna.
No, the predictions for next year
Yeah,
is gonna be like it's gonna be so weird because I mean I had LSU finishing sixth like in the
so
country
did I.
this year.
In the
Uh,
back of my mind, I'm gonna have last year's
I mean yeah,
finish.
I don't know. It's gonna be weird when push comes to shove for doing that, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it
We will
goes.
most definitely do a prediction video next year at LSU.
And
Now,
we're both probably gonna be very high on LSU again, once again. So
fair, fair. Probably. But yeah, LSU, but their schedule is brutal, so I'm gonna take that into account.
yeah, they're just so talented. I know. Yeah.
We're not talking about that yet. We'll let it play out. See who wins jobs, who does this, that, and the other. But it should be a fun one. So that's LSU football for you. It's gonna be fun. LSU, they got their quarterback finally after what, 2 weeks since the portal's been open.
Yeah.
Finally got their quarterback.
I mean, all of Baton Rouge was on
My
edge.
God.
I mean, if Leavitt would have went somewhere else, there would have been a huge question mark at
Yeah.
quarterback, even if LSU got Longstreet from
hmm
USC. So getting Leavitt, kind of put everybody at ease.
hmm Yeah, 100%. And just the vibe around like campus day it was just better. Like I can't even describe. Maybe it was just because the
The
first
amount of
day.
athletes I saw
Oh my
walking
God.
around campus today is crazy.
Yeah. Shout out to all you
Mike
guys.
Nwoko's in Brock's.
He is
Shout out Big
great,
Mike.
great transition. To LSU hoops. Connor's wearing the LSU hoops shirt. Who could have seen this coming? Definitely not me. Um,
Well, okay. If DJ Thomas Jr. is playing, LSU's at least 2-1 right now.
the if game, huh? The if. Always. It's always
Okay, well, when your point guard is injured, Brock, it's like your quarterback's not playing. But I mean, Jalen Reese is 18 years old, taking on the entire responsibility of running the offense. You're not going to win SEC games with that, plain and simple, especially against a team like Vanderbilt, who's experienced, very talented. And I think there's a world in which if DJ Thomas comes back, LSU beats Mizzou, plays Kentucky tight, probably loses that one, but you beat Mizzou, beat Mississippi State, beat Ole Miss, then you're looking at a 3-6 SEC record, which I mean, I guess like that's doable, but like they just dug themselves such a deep hole. And it's just very unfortunate how your star starting quarterback who is on pace to maybe be an All-American this year, he goes out right before conference play. Very frustrating for LSU basketball. All those LSU basketball fans out there have been longing for the days when they're actually good. And like I was hyped up for them. I was buying stock. They beat SMU, an SMU team who beat North Carolina and just played Duke very tight.
a ranked this.
Yeah. So I mean, people say this happens with LSU basketball every year. I truly do believe that this year was different just because of what they did in the non-conference. And then obviously DJ Thomas got hurt and then just straight downhill from there. Um, but we'll see. We'll see with LSU basketball right now. Matt McMahon is 100% objectively on the hot seat. We'll see how long his job or he can retain his job. Maybe if they get a huge win against Kentucky, uh, he buys himself some more time. But if they get blown out against Kentucky, we could be looking at a mid-season head coaching change, unfortunately.
Another LSU midseason head coaching change. Uh, and I wanted to not about, but yeah, okay. I wanted to say this. I texted you and producer Ryan, for those who know, um, and I said, and I will stand by this. LSU basketball will never be consistently good, and here's
Oh
why.
no, absolutely not.
And it's not because of like lack of talent; it's lack of buy-in. Just LSU, as bad as it sounds, they just don't care enough about basketball.
Which
These
is unfortunate
it
because
is.
you have that beautiful um, stadium, the PMAC, and I mean,
Yeah. The PMAX actually, not even joking, was one of the worst rated arenas in
well, it's still like
in
a
the
huge
FBC.
thing on.
It is. It is. I know what you mean. I know what
Yeah,
you're saying.
every LSU student knows the P.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what.
Um, but yeah, regardless, you see like baseball and football specifically, they've had historical success. So the donors Like these big donors like Gordon McKernan and I don't know the other donors. That's the only one I know.
Todd Graves,
I would
probably.
assume Todd Graves, yeah. They see the LSU baseball and football success and they keep funneling money to that because they know they'll be able to sustain it. And then when this is the year that they supposedly bought into basketball and the results are not showing. So the donors are going to see that and they're not going to want to keep giving money to LSU program. And that's just going to keep
I don't know.
dwindling and
I
dwindling.
see what you're saying, but I feel like LSU just has so many like diehard fans that
Maybe yeah,
naturally,
maybe in the future there'll be like donors that come in and give LSU a lot of money, but I don't think they'll consistently be that good.
and I mean the thing is like also they had it. They had a consistent
They did,
basketball program for a good 4 years
and they threw it away.
under Will Wade, and then allegations that turned out to be false against Will Wade. Scott Woodward pulled the trigger a little too early, and then ever
It's
since then it's just been downhill.
yeah. You can't really fault Scott Woodward though, because I know somehow they were going to put like a postseason ban on football team or something like that. There was all kinds
If
of
they would
stuff.
have done something like that, then you can't blame him. But
Yeah,
this stuff for Will Wade, I mean, clearly he was
I mean,
innocent.
yeah, and he won a game with McNeese in the play in the tournament. You
Yeah,
can only imagine what he would have done here.
at LSU with
Yeah,
NIL. I mean,
yeah.
my God, I didn't even think about that. Um, but no, I mean LSU's basketball team had some solid seasons. That COVID year too. The
Lost.
tournament got
Yeah,
canceled, but they could have, made some serious noise in that tournament as well.
yeah.
It's just unfortunate. It's just been an unfortunate series of events for LSU basketball faithful, like me and producer Ryan Rock,
Not as
currently.
bugging. They
Um,
they like basketball. I'm more of a baseball guy.
yeah,
So
I like baseball. But yeah, you get the point. Just kind of frustrating, but I'm rooting for Matt McMahon. I really am. I mean,
he's a
he's a
great guy.
good dude.
Yeah,
He gave me this shirt, ironically.
yeah. I
I
have
mean, he's
this.
he's always around campus, dapping up students,
Yeah.
wanting them to come to the game, and that's what you want to see. That is what you want to see, but you
There
also
was
want to see result.
I don't know if you remember, I forget who we were playing, but LSU, they were playing somebody, obviously. And they were giving out T-shirts, and Matt McMahon came out and dapped up every
That
single
was
student. I want to say UNM,
FIU,
FIU.
FIU.
That's right. Yeah, he dapped up every single student that was out there. And that's what I mean. He's trying. You gotta hand it to him. Now, the wins aren't translating, but he is trying to go out there and win the students over. Now I bet if you asked 80% of the LSU students, they probably don't know who Matt McMahon is.
Probably.
But he is trying. And anything else on LSU basketball?
No, that's it.
Well, I mean, it's an LSU pod. We'll transition to LSU baseball. Just a quick thing. As you saw, some people have missed it. There was two separate outlets that did LSU like rankings, and LSU was number one in one of them and number two in the other. So for those who thought LSU was going to be a drop off from last year, I promise you they will not be. LSU, they were able to go ham in the transfer portal again. I tell you, we have the portal king in baseball and
Yeah,
football. It's
we
kind of
really do.
crazy. Jay Johnson is building something special at LSU baseball. So look for them to be very, very good again. Season opening day, I think it's February 13th. Or,
Milwaukee.
yep, Milwaukee. Actually Mardi Gras weekend. So there's New Orleans fans. Before you go home, come check out the Tigers play on Friday. Um, and then go home. It should be a fun weekend. I'm just ready for baseball to be back.
Me too.
I love LSU baseball almost as much as I love LSU football. I would argue it's probably the same. Um, but yeah, gonna be a fun year again for them.
Oh
And
yeah.
then once they win the Natty again in Omaha, they get to transition right into football season again. So it's gonna be LSU sports is on the rise. We will put out a pod or a TikTok coming up, and a former LSU baseball player just signed with one of our favorite teams. Look out for that pod
Oh
or that
nice.
that TikTok too. I'll give you a hint. It's mine, and I will be putting out that top. Um, so yeah, thank you for watching episode 87. We're creeping up to episode 100.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy to think about it. Already almost to
Yeah.
100 episodes. We haven't made a dime yet, and we don't care about that. We're doing this for the love of the game. For our fans that watch, we do have a couple. Shout out to our uh, all of you who are watching. I'm kind of rambling at the end of this video. It's okay. Thank you for
Vintage.
watching. Yes, yeah. Thank you for watching episode 87. We'll see you Wednesday, episode 88.
Peace.
Peace.